the positioning around attracting the review from a perspective of stewardship, not chasing it with salesmanship, I understand is a big part of your approach. But let's get into the weeds a little bit. So this isn't a one-off campaign. Campaigns are generally the shooting star. They go up and they have an impact and then they fade, it's over. Where this is sort of the lifeblood around advocacy because it's the steady burner. This is something that's automated, but also continual. So let's get into what the automated process of Amplify Reviews really looks like and how to deploy it and how to sustain it.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of ways to check the compliance box at the front, which is you can either, like I said, start out by giving every client an opportunity to write a review, or you can make sure you segment your client base in a method that would be called random. So non-preferential, that could be alphabetical, it could be whatever, and do that initial outreach over a slightly longer period of time. But to your point, what you then want is a process that in your ongoing course of business, you're going to continue to offer your clients an opportunity to write a review. And it's important for two reasons. One is we've seen data that suggests over 70% of people are willing to write a review for a service provider with whom they've had a good experience. However, if you send out 100 requests, you're not going to get 70 responses because you're not going to catch everybody in the moment when they have a minute to write it and are willing and able. And that actually serves the advisors well, because if we do an initial outreach to give everyone an opportunity and make it clear we're not cherry picking, maybe you get a 20% response rate. And then if your firm does quarterly reviews or semi-annual reviews, you can make it your cadence and your process that after those touch points, those clients get another opportunity to write a review. And so you benefit from a higher likelihood because you're top of mind in terms of that experience. And as you alluded to, you make sure that at any given time, the newest review isn't too old, which benefits both psychologically for those prospects and benefits from an SEO standpoint, that as long as you've got somewhat recent content, it's going to be more authoritative in the algorithm of the search engines.
Okay. Well, and hold that SEO thought for a second, because I do want to get into that, but we're kind of new to this ourselves in terms of our own deployment. I'm going to assume that there's an incrementalism in terms of a respectful nudge, just imprinting gentle reminders to coincide with a stage of readiness, which means that it might take 5, 7, 8 drips before an existing client embraces the concept. So you got to play the long game there. But is it possible as part of the process that you could potentially even imprint the concept of a review as part of your onboarding process with a brand new client? Is that possible?
Well, absolutely, especially as there's sort of a virtuous cycle. Once you have some reviews published on your website, it is hard to imagine a client making it to your front door and signing up as a new client without having been touched and influenced by those. And so again, once you're past that initial outreach cycle, you can remind them, hey, chances are you benefited from reading about the experiences of other clients. And if so, we'd love it now that you've been a client for 6 months, however long it is, we'd love it if you would be willing to share your experience as well.